All right, let's look at this half reaction here and deciding what we need at the cathode to make this operate at the conditions needed. So a lot going on in the question. Remember, it shows reduction potential. The table, and we'll look at the table here in a second, always shows reduction potentials. And so we built our calculation around that, always using reduction potentials. And so what is that? Well, that's the cell that we wanted to operate is equal to cathode minus the anode. Now it's telling us here that it's required for this half reaction to happen at the anode. And so it's at negative 1.3. So we already know we know a couple things. We know it needs to operate at 0.7 or greater than 0.7. So we need to be greater than 0.7, and that's equal to some cathode minus our negative 1.30 volts. So what must the cathode be? So if we add this over here, we get greater than 0.7 plus a negative 1.3 equals our cathode, which will equal negative 0.60 volts. So we need the cathode to be greater than negative 0.60 volts. So it could be anything that is larger than that. So then what these questions are going to ask is there a minimum? And then is there a maximum? Now, in this case, there is no max. It must be greater than this. Now, there might be questions where you're looking for something that's less than a number. Then there would be no minimum, but there would be a maximum. So in this question, when we go through it, yes, there is a minimum. It must be equal to negative 0.60 volts, but there is no maximum. It can be anything greater than negative 0.0. Now, the next part is using the data tab to write a balanced equation describing the half reaction that could be used at the cathode. Now, so we just need to go into the data tab. We'll find standard reduction potentials. And then we need to just pick anything that is greater than negative 0.6. So for example, I'm going to use this one, cobalt. I'm going to slide it over here. And I'm going to put in exactly how it says. But there should be lots of right answers here, as long as you pick something that's greater than negative 0.6. Okay, so paying attention to, is there a maximum, is there a minimum? Am I writing the equation right? So writing this equation out is the key in figuring out, is it telling me the anode? Is it telling me the cathode? What do I need this to be? Is there a maximum? Is there a minimum?